welcome to another episode of the Road to Gold, the Karaoke World Championships USA. We're going to be going over a lot of different things that are happening in the KWC USA arena right now. We're going to be talking more about nationals and about worlds. We're going to go over the judging rubric again and the scoring rubric, and we're going to talk about how you don't leave points on the floor. That's a very important thing for singers. We've been doing a lot of qualifiers, and I'm watching a lot of people who are great singers not move on because they're just not doing that little bit extra to beat out their opponents. We're also going to be talking more about our sponsors, Singa and Carafun, a lot of great things that you can use for karaoke, both at home and also professionally. And we also have a great guest today. We have a U.S. champ who is in the top 10 at Worlds, Talon Lewis, joining us today. And we're going to catch up with her. And I know a lot of you are also going to be excited about that too, because you haven't seen her in a while. Last year, she did take off of competing. So it's going to be great to have her on here. And, let's start off with what the Karaoke World Championships are. Whenever I tell people that I'm with the Karaoke World Championships, the first thing they say is that a thing? And yes, that's a thing. And not only is it a thing, but we've been doing it for 24 years now. And every year we have about 25 to 30 countries competing for the gold and for the world title. This is an Olympiad of karaoke. It was started by Kari Hunanen from Finland, who was in the Pan Am Games, and he was also an alternate for the Olympics. And one day he was out doing karaoke after he came back from competing in the Pan Am Games, and he saw all these great showstoppers, all these people who just were amazing and blowing everyone away. And he's like, why is there not an Olympiad of singing through karaoke? This should be a thing. And here we are 24 years later. And what's cool about it is Kari now is retired from it, but his son, Ate, who is the founder and CEO of Singa Karaoke, they are actually the ones who own our licensing and who keep the KWC alive and produce the World Finals. So we're really excited that it still stayed in the family and we're still doing this all this year. It's all about community. Not only do we get to meet people from all over the world and all over the nation, but it also brings together all the karaoke venues in like a giant battle for the gold. The singers who are qualifying at the venues, actually all the way to the U.S. finals, are representing that venue as well as their state all the way to the World Finals. So it's great because venues actually really get a bonus because they're getting promoted the whole way through. And it's also the one time that we actually get to cross-promote other venues at other venues because there's only so many qualifiers that can happen. And, a lot of singers like to increase their chances. Part of it is by trying out in multiple venues and also through the video rounds. And we do have a video round going on currently right now. It ends May 31st, and we're going to get to that in just a little bit. But the first thing, what we just talked about a little bit, was points on the floor and also representing the venues. We have so many great venues that we are having qualifiers at right now. Starting with Alaska, we have Flat Top Pizza going on in Anchorage, Alaska. We also have Chilcote Charlie's. In California, we have McGovern's Bar, Pandora Karaoke, and Mather Golf Course. In Kansas, we have Horseshoe Bar and Grill returning, and also Speakeasy Bar. In Michigan, we have Halo Bar and Lounge. In Minnesota, we have Shooter's Sports Bar. In North Carolina, we have Rodino's, Amici's, 34 Degrees North, Cedar Point, Stooges Pub and Grub, and Striker's Lounge. In Nevada, we already finished this one, but we were at Tonopah Liquor Company in Tonopah, and also Taverna Costera here in Las Vegas. We're currently having qualifiers at Carl Martin, Horse Trailer Hideout, and also Jason Aldean's on the Strip, which is going to be very exciting with a live band. And in Washington State, we have the Lime, the Octopus Bar, the Rebel, and Tammy's in Tacoma. And a lot of venues are still coming on. Now, singers, if you have a certain venue that you love and you know that they're great singers at, please nominate your favorite venues because we'd love to get them on board. We also for venues, there's so much of a bonus. With the venues, they also get with when they sign up for a qualifier, they'll also get a month free of Carafun. This also, if they're using YouTube, can prevent them from getting in trouble for using YouTube because you can't actually use YouTube at karaoke shows. And everyone's like, well, you can't, but it's happening. Yes, it is happening. But the problem is that a lot of venues also are getting in trouble for it. And maybe it's not happening in your city, but it is happening in some cities. Here in Vegas, we've lost 5 venues. In Florida, multiple venues have been shut down for the use of YouTube. And there's so many great solutions out there for it. So for venues, that's a nice little bonus that Carafun, who's one of our sponsors, is going to give a month of Carafun Pro to all those venues that sign up. It's a really great bonus to you. Also, for every singer that signs up, the venue will get back $5 for every single sign up and registration out there. Throughout the competition, they'll also be represented at every level from the state finals to the national finals, all the way to the world finals. And well, we also have 2 ways that a venue can also hold auditions. There's also a way that venues can hold auditions. We have a 1-night only audition, which if it's in an area that has multiple audition spots, that's great. We don't really suggest that for a state that'd be their only audition. And then we have the multi-week. With the multi-week, you have 3 to 4 weeks of qualifiers with the venue finals. And there we find the best of the best to represent your state and represent that venue. The one thing about that is that we're running out of time for the qualifiers. We have to be done by June 30th, which is the date that all the venues have to have their qualifiers done, so we can get those state finals in July. And the latest the states can have a finals is July 15th. So we're here. We're in the thick of the season right now. But let's talk more about the scoring criteria. Now, I know we've gone over that the last 2 weeks, and if you go online, you can look at this at KWCUSA.org. And this year, we actually updated our rubrics. In the past, it was voice, technique, artistry, and stage presence. Now it's vocal ability, rhythm and tempo, artistry, stage presence, and overall entertainment value. And that might sound familiar to a lot of you Karaoke World Championship lifers, because before 2017, that was the rubric. And what we found is when we go to Worlds is just based on a 40-point scale, and it's on that same rubric, but then they also add in Eurovision style scoring, which means that the judges actually give points for their top 10. So whoever's first on their list would get an extra 10 points. Second would get 9. Third would get 8, all the way down to 1 point for their 10th place person. And it gets added into there. And in the US, we don't really watch Eurovision. I know it's on right now, by the way, you should watch it. But we don't really watch Eurovision. And so we wanted a way to really grasp that, because every single time we have a qualifier, whether it's in a venue or like a regular venue, or it's a state final or a national finals, the judges are always like, why did this person move on? Well, they're the ones judging it, so they should tell us. But part of it is because we took out the overall entertainment value, and that was only worth about 2 points in the old rubric. So we went back to the old rubric to see maybe we'll start winning medals more often. And one of the things that's happening too, and this happens every year in every competition, is that we have some amazing singers who aren't moving on, and they leave sort of upset, which I don't blame them. You just sing your heart out. But the one thing that we do offer is membership and mentorship. And that way we can help decipher what the judges' notes and scores are and help you make it to that next level. Part of it is when you're coming in and you're staring at the screen and you're not connecting with the crowd or the judges, they're going to see that. If you have a bunch of stuff in your pants and it's bulging and it looks all weird, they're going to see that. Sometimes you're singing it great, but there's no emotions in the music. You're not making it your own. You're really trying to emulate the original song, which is fine. But we really want to see that artist within you. We want to see your version, the best version of you when you're singing and when you're performing. And with stage presence is one of the biggest things. A lot of people just stand there. A lot of people just they'll put the microphone stand down and they'll behind the microphone stand and they'll either grip it with dear life or they'll do a little bit of gestures. Having a microphone stand is fine. The thing is that you need to still control and bring that audience in and capture them. That is part of your stage presence. If you can get that room to be quiet and you're right behind a mic stand and you're doing your gestures and you're bringing them into your performance, that's all you need. That is your stage presence. And you will score very, very well on those points. But if you stand and use it as a crutch, it's not going to help you. Um, a lot of times, what I like to tell singers is to take the microphone off midway and then take the microphone and put it behind you. Also, when you're taking a microphone out, don't leave the mic stand in front of you. We're trying to take pictures of you and photos of you. The judges also want to see you clearly. Always move that stand out of the way. Um, and the biggest thing for me is breathing. Breathing is where singing starts for everybody. And we were not born knowing how to breathe for singing or even for talking for that matter. And projecting, it helps us project and get our notes rounded. When you don't breathe well for singing, it can cause a lot of pitch issues. It can cause timing issues because next thing you know, you're taking little cheap breaths. What I always recommend to singers is print out your lyrics, and then when you're practicing, put little check marks of where you should be breathing. Um, that way you're prepared when you come up and you perform for all the judges. Uh, the other thing that we really want to talk about is your charisma and confidence. We understand that you're going to be nervous. It is okay. But there's something called fake it to make it. And when you're performing, you really need to try to bring out that inner superstar. You need to use that nervous energy and transform it into a positive energy that fuels you. Um, it'll really help you with the audience connection. And when people, because we have overall entertainment value back in there, a lot of people are like, what is that? Well, part of it is having that X factor, the extra something. You're like grabbing and pulling it in. Part of it is that you're just so entertaining. When you're doing something like a Disney song or even like a ballad, you have to think about the challenges of doing that. Because in a ballad, you can tend to bore people. When you're doing Disney, you're bringing people back to a time and place when they watched an animated movie and it can bring them back to their childhood. And you actually have to do better than what they saw. You have to bring them back to that memory. And if you don't do it well, it's going to cost points. You want to get that emotional impact from them. Um, but the biggest thing is that we want you to be the total performance package. We want you to take all of the voice and the rhythm and tempo, the artistry, the stage presence, and put it all together to really give an amazing performance. And one of the things is that a lot of people lean on, oh, the judges really want me to sing Whitney Houston or Celine Dion or Sam Smith. A lot of great ballad singers. Um, and one of the things is that we've heard it so many times, and if it doesn't fit you, we want the music that you're listening to and singing in the car, the things you know backwards and forwards, things that speak to your heart. And that way you can really shine. I really try to avoid having people come up and sing a brand new song, do something you know really well, and then work on those songs for the later rounds that you really want to try and get a membership and get mentorship because our mentors can help you get through that and also learn a new song. Also in the scoring, when we have less than 5 judges, we actually just do the total scores and you get an average of the scores. Each one of those criteria are worth 10 points for a possible 50 points, and you will actually get the average points out of the 50, all totaled up from those judges. when we have 5 or more judges, we actually drop out the top and the bottom score, just in case there's any bias or any questions about that. And we get what is left of those judges. And again, we give an average score out of that 50. You have to hit 25 points to move on. So if you show up in an audition venue and there's only 3 people trying out and there's 5 spots, that does not mean you're guaranteed a spot. Does not mean that at all. That means you need to hit the 25-point threshold. And the reason why is because 5 points means that you're a good karaoke singer. That means that you have the bones that we could help you get to that next level. And this is all about growing as a singer. And again, the mentorship program and the membership program are a way to really get over that hump. And with that being said, I'm going to bring up someone who is an ex-champion, who was actually during the pandemic part of our program when we really focused on training. And now she's already been to Worlds. She might go back this year. We're going to find out right now. I'd like to bring up Talon Lewis. Hello.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Yeah?
Happy to be alive.
Well, aren't we all? I'm happy you're alive too. Where is my note? Oh, right here. So let's talk about KWC really quick.
Let's do it.
So you started off as, you were a KJ for a while.
Yeah.
With 15 Minutes of Fame?
15 Minutes of Fame Entertainment, yeah.
And they had their own competitions and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But when did you first start competing in karaoke?
Oh, my first karaoke competition, it was 15 Minutes of Fame. It was before I started working with them. It was called The Road to the Voice.
Okay.
It took place at Charlie's before they shut down.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to always go there all the time.
Right.
So I walked in there and saw that they had a competition going on. Right. Winner gets to audition, with The Voice in Los Angeles. And my friends came in and I told them, I was like, you guys, there's a competition called The Road to the Voice. And they said, try out. And I said, I'll give it a week. So gave it a week. Next week, I go back in there and sang the song, and that was the end of it. That
Awesome.
Was my first karaoke competition.
Wow.
So yeah, and
Wow.
I haven't stopped ever since, except
That's
my
nice.
break from last year. But yeah,
Right. But you've always been, you used to play sports too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basketball was my main sport. I played a few other things other than that, but basketball was mainly it, yeah.
How do you take what you've learned in sports and apply it to competitive karaoke?
Good question. I have this answer. So playing sports, I was more the nerdy one.
Mm-hmm.
I got bullied a lot for my appearance, who I was as myself, who I was as a person, my personality, everything. I was well known.
That's not cool.
Yeah, wasn't cool. Was well known, but was very quiet.
Mm-hmm.
I took my shyness and putting it onto the stage so I can really, truly show who I am. And get my shyness away, be able to express myself the way I couldn't express myself during basketball. Yeah, I was able to play basketball and ball and do all those things and show my skill, but no one truly got to know who I was until singing in karaoke. So
Right.
I learned to pretty much stand up for myself through my lyrics and express myself that way. So.
Yep. Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, you're one of the people when I talk about showstoppers at venues. Now, what you guys haven't seen is Tay in action. But like she'll go out to a normal karaoke show and she goes and sings, and next thing you know, everyone's mobbing her, everyone wants to buy her a drink.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for in singers. I do remember going back to the pandemic when you were part of Keep On Singing,
Mm-hmm.
which was our training program, trying to find our champ for that year. The difference from then
Oh my
to now,
gosh, it's such a
because
huge
that
difference.
when you said you were shy,
Yeah.
I saw a lot of shyness.
It was a lot of shyness.
And I remember the coaches always talking like, she's so good. We need to break her out of this.
Right.
How do we break her out of this? What did you learn through that program? How did you break through that?
Oh my gosh. Well, one, I never used to like watching my videos back. So I never got to truly see, what really the errors were unless I was told. Oh my gosh, it made me expand so much stage presence wise.
Right.
Just, I would stand there like a statue
Mhm.
and I would belt, but
Right.
I just would not move. I learned so much from so many people. Whether it was just moving around, learning my lyrics. Like I said, I was shy. I was very shy. But stage presence was really what I learned from that.
Yep.
Like just stage presence.
And look, there you are performing at Worlds right
Yep.
there. And stage presence really is what I've seen from you is the confidence was like night and day from them, and that stage presence did take off. I also felt like you really found what songs really spoke to you.
Right.
And you also started to learn along the way, especially through trying out all the different venues, what works, what doesn't work, watching other people. And you're sort of like, okay, I got this now.
Yeah,
I got this
I usually
now.
tell people I base it off the room and the energy and what song can I bring that's going to give the room attention. Everybody could be singing a certain song and nobody's paying attention. I'm like, maybe this might make people just stop what they're doing, get off their phones for a bit and pay attention. So, yeah.
Awesome. What was something that you learned along the way? Because you started off in videos, then in 2022 when we were at the library, you were in the top 10, and then you kept being in the top 10. What propelled you to becoming a champ and making it to Worlds?
Ooh, song choice, kind of for the most part. I mean, yeah, I sang a lot of songs multiple times, but song choice was really important, and placement of those song choices. As far as which ones are more powerful, which ones are not more powerful. Before, all the way from the beginning, I would sing songs that I just liked. And I was just like, well, I know the lyrics. Let me just go ahead and sing it. Whereas further down the road and watching venues and stuff like that, I was like, okay, well, if this song gets this reaction at multiple venues, more than likely, let's go ahead and push it into, more competitions and see how far I can make it. So yeah, it was definitely song choices that really made it, and positioning the song choices of when you sing them, whether you make it first round, second round, third round, final, whatever. So yeah.
So I feel like you have a process because I was with you at Worlds.
Yeah.
And it seems like whatever that song was, you want to get in that mental state of that song.
Exactly.
So if it was really depressing, you would really get into it. It was almost like method acting.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was amazing, but everyone's like, is she okay?
And then after I'm like,
right,
okay.
exactly. And then you're like, yeah, we're going.
Yeah,
Everyone's like, what's going on?
I definitely have to do that. You definitely have to put yourself in the moment of the song. A lot of people don't tend to do that. So if it's a sad song or upbeat song, if I want to make it fun, I'm like, come on, let's go. Even if I'm not having the best day, I try to make the best within that song. So.
And what was your experience like at the World Finals?
Oh, so fun. It was so fun. It was stressful, very stressful. I spent a lot of time by myself in a corner or walking back and forth, preparing myself for the songs. But getting to meet so many people was just the best part of it. Right. Yeah, the best part of it. Still in contact with them till this day.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that everyone likes to talk about is drama in the competition.
I don't like to talk about it, but let's.
No, I know, but you've been in other competitions too.
I have.
So, what did you see? What drama was it? How has it gotten over the years? Because we have tried to cut it out completely, and we really work on.
It could take a pause, but it somehow comes back.
Yeah.
The drama really is. Well, there are people that have their venues. When I mean their venues, they're regulars. They go there all the time, and then they see somebody come in and blow it away, and the next thing you know, they like the venue, so then they start going to their venue, and then it could be a sense of jealousy, I would say, throughout the venues. I personally really don't know where the drama comes from, but I just sense it's jealousy or like, I did better than this person. I don't know why everybody thinks they're better than me, or why didn't they pay attention to me? And it could also be an internal insecure thing. But that's really what I see as far as the drama. But I really just try to stay away from it. So,
And in our rules, we've added so many rules to try to prevent it. It's gonna happen in general. When people are competing, they sort of change because they go from singing from their heart, and they sort of forget about that a lot of the time. And then they're like, they want to win so bad that it becomes a negative thing.
Exactly.
We never want that to happen. We always want to be a positive thing. And the thing is that once you even make to Worlds, you've won.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter what that placing
Yeah.
is. You won.
Yeah.
Like, it's so hard to get to Worlds,
Yeah.
especially in the U.S.
Oh yeah.
when you have all these other people from all these other states. And
Yeah, it's a long process.
Yep.
Practice,
Exactly.
study, sing,
Exactly.
sing.
And you
That's
do
what
get those
gotta do.
people, though, who are like, they will say things to you, which you're like, whoa, did they just really say that to me? Because they're trying to throw you off the game. But you're used to it. On the basketball court, I mean, come on. I mean, I
I'm
played
used to getting
sports
talk
too.
trash too.
Yeah,
Yep.
so it's gonna happen, especially being a sport. But I always want to tell all of our singers is try to block that out and remember why you're doing it. If you're singing from your heart the whole time, you're golden.
Right.
You know,
Right.
don't let that okay, and be like, you do you. When someone's like that to you, you're
Right,
like,
right.
okay, I see who you really are.
Yeah.
Now at Worlds, did you see anything like that?
Like any drama?
Yeah.
No.
No, same here. I know when you get to
No-
Worlds,
no
it's like,
drama at all.
It's so great. Like the
Everybody just wants to
camaraderie.
take it all in. There's no time for drama, even if you wanted
Exactly.
it. Everybody's just trying to get to know each other, and
Exactly.
everybody worked just as hard as the other person, if not more, to make it there. So, I mean, why need for drama when
Right.
we're all here celebrating that we made it this far? Yeah, no need for drama.
Now, would you recommend people to get membership and get training? And
I would. Notes are very important. I got a lot of notes, and they helped me tremendously. One of them was stage presence. Move, girl. Use the stage. Like, bounce around. Look at us. You
Right.
know. And if they didn't tell me that, through notes and criticism, I guess you could say, I wouldn't know that. So yeah, definitely getting that membership, getting the mentorship, reading your notes and studying them, and taking it with a grain of salt. Don't take it as like, oh my God, well, I thought I did great, because I mean, they're saying it for a reason,
Right.
So
Right.
definitely studying that and taking it in.
Right. And also, our judges really take pride in judging.
Yeah.
And so they're going to give you detailed notes. And at nationals, a lot of our judges are casting directors. So they're looking for not only for us to help us find the next champ, but people to cast.
Yeah.
So they're going to tell you what to do better, because they're like, hey, down the road, when I call you up, you better be ready.
Right,
right.
right.
So that's one of these. What would you say to someone who's they just don't think they're good enough yet to compete?
I've had a lot of people tell me that. They'll usually be like, I'm not as good as you, so I would never. I tell them, don't compare yourself to others, because if you compare yourself to others, even if I do it till this day, I discourage myself. I'm like, oh, I would never be as good as that person, but that
Right.
person's probably thinking the same as me.
Right.
But you'll never know unless you compete and really truly
Exactly.
understand.
Exactly.
Don't beat yourself up, and you'll never know until you try. You have to get on stage and you have to try,
Right.
and it may take multiple times, but try it out. See, you never know until you actually try.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, where did you place at the World Finals?
Oh my God, 10th in the world.
Was it 10th?
It was 10th in the
It was 10th
world.
in the world.
Yeah.
Why do you think it was 10th?
Song placement.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely song placement. I don't think I did bad with any of my songs. Jealous, when I sang Jealous by Labyrinth, I did get emotional, so I did choke up on my words a bit. But definitely song placement. I was like, maybe if I put this song here and then ended with this song, it would have been good. But
Now, your highest score was for I See
I
Red.
See Red. I got the highest score.
But
yeah.
you were one of the first people to sing it.
Yeah, I was.
So,
and we paused the
if
day
you
before,
would've-
too.
if you would have waited until the end, then we would have heard it 7 times, I
Yeah.
think it was.
Yeah.
So when we talk about song placement, it's hard to say, well, if we flipped it, because you were the highest score. You were the
Yeah.
highest score throughout the whole competition with that song. So if we flipped it to the end, it might not have gotten that score.
Exactly.
So these are things that everyone needs to think about. But what's really cool is that starting last year and going into this year, there's no duplicates. People can't sing the same song as other people.
Which is awesome.
We're trying to keep this as entertaining. And I know it's nerve-wracking, because when you go and you're like, these are my set songs, and we're always like, you really need to have more than 4 songs.
Yeah.
Like, there are people who just have those same 4 songs.
Yeah.
I see them at karaoke all the time, and they kill them,
Yeah.
but they need to start breaking out of that.
Right.
So my question to you is, where are you going to try out this year?
I thought about it, and I think I am because of the news that I heard.
Yeah.
About where Worlds will be.
Yeah, right.
So I was like, oh, I gotta represent my home.
And we don't need passports.
I know.
The passport
that
problem
makes it
is
so much
such,
easier.
it's so, people don't even know.
Yeah.
But we, in 2022, we had to leave someone behind because they just could not get a passport. They actually weren't originally from here. And while they're here and they had legal citizenship here, they couldn't get a passport because they still had to get it from their country. So it's great for us, and it's the first time ever that we're bringing the World Finals to the U.S. in 24 years.
24 years.
It's going to be in Las Vegas, guys, over at the Silverton Casino. We're going to talk more about that. And before we wrap up, where can people follow you?
So I don't post as often. I'm trying to. People can follow me on TikTok at TX Music. I started posting a lot of my karaoke performances. So TX Music. That's also my YouTube as well. It's TAY, the letter X Music, where you can find my progress from my audition videos. And they're titled, it says audition and round one and stuff. And you guys can really see the difference in that. And also underscore Talon Kelly, TALON KELLY on Instagram.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Now, I don't know if you know this. I feel like nobody knows this, but we actually sell KWC merchandise on our website.
No
I know,
way.
on the KWCUSA.org website. So we have these hats right here, which they can pick up at any of our, at the web, online at KWCUSA.org. We also have our great t-shirt right over here. And what size? That's an XL. So I would like you to take one of these things home with you today.
I could take one.
Yes.
I already want this one.
All right. And there we go.
This is nice.
Nice. Yeah, I like that one. I like that one. Well, thank you so much, Tay. You can stick around if you want. We're just going to talk about some sponsors and about the national finals and everything, and how juniors is going to work.
Oh, yeah. I'm interested in about that.
Yeah. So juniors this year is from 5. So we brought back juniors. And the reason why we brought back juniors was because we were told that there wasn't going to be a duet program this year.
What?
And the last year, we haven't had juniors since 2007. And it's always been an exhibition round. They're not going to Worlds. However, they might be able to perform at Worlds this year. I don't know. We'll try to work that out. But it's happening in our country and a few other countries. So we felt like we wanted to unveil it last year, but last year we had the song competition. So this year we were like, when we got the permission to go ahead with juniors, and it's from 5 years old, all the way to 17, because this year adults are 18 and over. However, folks, if you're not 21 and you're going into a venue that's 21 and over, you will not be able to perform there. Please find a venue that is 18 and over, or do videos. So with juniors, we have qualifiers that are happening all over the country. It is a little bit harder for us to find venues because it's a little bit out of the box. It's also the first time we're doing it in so long. They're still going to be judged on the same rubric currently, but we're going to split them up from 5 to 12 and then 13 to 17. So because it's hard to judge people in those same age brackets, because they're usually not the level. You never know. I mean, I've watched enough TV. I've seen people on AGT who are 6 years old who are blowing me away like an adult who's been doing it their whole life. So you never know.
Yeah.
And but it's a great way for kids to start learning how to sing. And really, this is all what it's about, is just getting them trained, giving them stage time, and also gives them that experience of like, do I want to do this in the future? And also, there's so much great young talent out there. And again, we have a lot of casting directors who work with us. So they're looking for that next big thing on all those singing shows, plus all these other game shows and everything. So it's really exciting. It's really exciting.
That is awesome.
The easiest way for them to try out, though, is by going to the KWCUSA.org website and making a video. And it's only one video. They only need to have one angle, one take. And it could be them singing at their favorite venue. It could be everything from church, or singing at a little karaoke spot, or a karaoke room, or even in their house singing karaoke to the TV. We don't we're not judging on the production quality of it.
Okay.
We do want to hear them with a mixture of the music. It can't be a cappella, but we want to see their best representation. And again, they would have to hit that 25-point mark out of 50.
Yeah.
And so far, everyone has.
Yeah.
So,
So they get a little bit of more leeway.
Yep. Now in videos, the juniors would win a hotel stay with their parent or their guardian for the national finals. Where with video rounds for the 18 and over, they actually win the whole trip. They won the airfare and the hotel. So for the top singer. So that's very cool. In other states, when you try out for juniors, you win a spot at nationals. Each state has 4 spots, both for juniors and also for their adult programs this year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
It's really cool. And with that, a lot of them have so many great options to do things at home. And some of them are sponsors, like Singa. Singa actually is giving away free personal subscriptions of their not professional, it's called premium. Yep, of their premium consumer version. And they'll give you 2 months for free so you can practice, you can make your videos. It's a great answer to making videos. That way you're not depending on YouTube.
Right.
Which for video recordings it's fine. You can't use it in your local venues. But it gives you this in your hand where you can sing all your favorite songs, and they're always updating their music. Singa also is going to be available at the World Finals too, because they are the ones who produce it. And so I always say go with Singa because you have a lot of different brands too. If you're an old school singer like me, I know I like to sing a lot of Sound Choice stuff, which is under Stingray. Mm-hmm. They also have Sunfly, which from 2008 on, Sunfly has been one of the best out there, and Party Time. So there's a lot of the same brands that people are using. And it's great that they're doing this for all of our singers. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Now, also, we have Carafun. Now, Carafun is really exciting because not only is it a great home product, but it's great for your venues too.
Right.
And they're going to be giving 30% off for all of our singers for a month, for their first month of home use. But what's cool is they started something that is a battle. It's a karaoke battle system. You can go into battle mode and you don't even have to be in the same room with people. And you actually sing into your phone, like it's a microphone, and you get scored on that.
Yeah, I've actually done it before.
Oh, yeah?
At a House of Blues.
Oh,
and
nice.
I ended up winning.
Oh, sweet. Sweet.
Yeah, it was really fun because if you don't want to be on stage, everybody gets the ability to just sit there and sing the way they would like to sing it. And then at the end, everybody's like, oh, I was close.
Right.
So, yeah,
and it's
really
so
cool.
much fun.
Yeah, it's
and
super fun.
Carafun has a lot of great things. So not only they have that, they also have the quizzes. So like if you want to do trivia, and like these are extra things that shows like karaoke needs to be fun. A lot of people get set in their ways, and karaoke, you'll go there like, oh yeah, it was a good time, but it was just karaoke. You know, having that battle mode and having the trivia aspects, like you can add so much more things into it to create excitement.
Right.
In fact, this shows what everything that has the battle and the quiz and karaoke.
Yeah,
they're always updating their music as well, and always trying to improve on not only their home version but also what the KJs are using. Currently, they have a new version out for professional use that incorporates, as you've seen over at the House of Blues, that you could do that right at a venue.
Yeah.
So it's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
you know,
it's really dope.
It's really exciting. Now, for venues that sign up, we're going to give them a month free of the pro version.
Oh, okay.
Mostly because we want to get rid of people who are not. We don't want to get rid of people. We want to get rid of the usage of YouTube and illegal music.
Yeah.
Illegal hard drives, things like that. We don't want you to get sued. We don't want your venues to close. Venues, the worst thing that ever happened to me was I was at a venue, and now they're closed because they were using YouTube. One of many reasons they're closed, but that was also one. I'm in the middle of singing my song, and there was a commercial.
Oh,
so they didn't even pay for their YouTube. And then the owner comes up and decides he's going to sing the rest of the song and wants the microphone from me. So I'm sad that we lost the venue, but at the same time, when you aren't even willing to pay your licensing for music and the hosts, is what I found out later, they weren't paying their hosts either. It's sort of a sad thing. We want the best of the best.
Right.
And this talks about the partnership of the 1 month free on that. It's great. They give us a benefit on both sides, both for the home user and also for our KJs. And what's cool is at home, if I'm using this, I can be like, oh, I sing this song. I sing this. I can put it in my playlist. I can go to a venue and I'm just in my playlist going, oh, I'm going to sing this one. I'm going to sing this one. And I can practice at home. So it's all together. Singa
Right.
also does a very similar thing with their playlists. So if you go to a Singa venue like Smelly Cat, you can go and sing stuff right off your phone.
Right.
It's very cool. The other thing I'm going to talk about is because we are bringing not only nationals to Las Vegas, but we also have the World Finals here in Vegas. That's going to be over at the Silverton in October. That's on October 25th through 29th. And bum, 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 bum.
That is so crazy. I just got chills.
And one of the things that's going to happen to everybody when they come here, if you're not from Vegas, is you're going to get something called Vegas Throat. Yay! Elvis battled with it. So many great singers have battled with it, especially when they're with the residencies, usually those first couple weeks. So we want you to be prepared. And one of our sponsors is phenomenal, and that is Koala Meditation Mist. It looks like this, and it comes, let's put that right here. Maybe we can zoom in on that with that little camera over there. And it has the water right here that you can get, and then you can also get eucalyptus sea salt, which really opens up your lungs and everything. It is not something that you use like, oh, my throat's dry, I'm just going to use it. Will it work? Yeah, but it's something that, especially when you're here, you need to use it a lot. You need to be getting that in. These are way less money than the nebulizers are on Amazon.
Okay.
And like really affordable. I'm gonna get the new price from them for the KWC, so we can put that on our page and everything. But also, it is a homegrown product. The person who actually created it was struggling with his voice because of chronic illness, and this is what they came up with. It's more than just a nebulizer. It also is great just for holistic stuff too. But I'd like you to pick that up, okay? And what I found is if I tilt it upside down, turn it on, and then go, look at that. Now, you just breathe.
Wow.
Yeah, and this is the eucalyptus mist,
This is nice.
right?
Ooh, it tastes like, it doesn't have the bad taste like the throat
Right.
coat stuff and like.
And you just breathe normally and nice and yummy, and opens up all the good humidity into your mouth.
Hydrates the lips too.
Yeah, right? Right?
That's nice.
So that's Koala. And also, they're rechargeable. So right on the bottom, it's just a nice little boop. And really easy to fill. If I go upside down like that, bum, 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 that's how I refill it, like that.
Wow, that's really nice.
And we used to utilize another company that makes a great product too, but it was way more expensive for something that's very similar to that. And the other unit also needed a lot of cleaning. This is very easy to clean, very easy to use. And I highly, highly, highly recommend Koala. It's amazing. They came to our national finals last year, and we're offering it there. And it's phenomenal for singers and also for people who are doing public speaking. If you're doing public speaking, you know how dry your voice can get and everything. Now I skipped right to World Finals, but our national finals are going to be August 10th through August 12th, with the 9th being our check-in day and our opening day ceremony. And that's going to be over at the Composers Room here in Las Vegas. And where a lot of people out here, that's their place to perform. A lot of professional singers, even Teddy, who was originally part of the original Platters and the Stylistics and everything, he performs there. Bobby Wilson Jr. performs there. A lot of great people are always performing there. Julian Miranda has his great shows there. And the other thing, what I love about it is that they're really into like building up their artists and finding more acts to put on their stage. Last year we did our Nevada State Finals there, and they're like, we want it back. They loved KWC so much. And this year, when we were looking for a new stage, while it's a little bit small, we needed something that was also all ages because we want to have the juniors division. And really, every time we think about venues, it came back to Composer's Room's perfect for this. Composer's Room's perfect for this. And so the seating is a little bit smaller than what we're used to, but the singers can watch. We also have a back room too, so the 21 and over can watch it in the lounge. And we also have a holding room and everything. But really, this is also about just getting that stage time. We are going to be doing a live stream, so a lot of people can watch it that way. And then we're going to start our days with our junior division, and then in the later in the afternoon, we're going to go to our adult version. So very cool. And what we talked about before was duets not being around. Well, Worlds did announce that there will be duets back at our World Finals.
Okay.
They said a week ago.
Okay.
So we don't, right now we have our returning champs from last year because last year we did not have a World Finals.
Yeah.
Because of the Queen dying in Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
It happened the week of, so there was nothing we could do. We're stuck. So they're coming back this year. And then also they're having former champs who are also putting in for coming back this year from previous years too, which is really exciting to have them back. But they said, you know what, we want to bring back duets after we were like, wait, what? So there might be something that we'll do later. We can't promise anything right now. We have to focus totally on the national solos division first. But it's really exciting to have everyone from the world coming back here to the Silverton. It's the Vale Pavilion, which have you been in there?
I have not.
Oh my God, it is
No,
great.
I'm not.
It's great. I've seen so many shows there, and
Really?
yeah, it's a game changer.
Yeah.
A game changer. It's a great hotel. There's also a mermaid swim
Yeah,
that they
the
have
hotel-
there.
the hotel is
great.
yeah.
They're going to get a bunch of Americana walking in and seeing the Bass Pro Shop there.
Oh my
Like,
gosh, I know.
You know,
They'd be like, whoa.
But this season's really exciting. It's really nice to have this kind of kickoff. It's, with the economy and everything that's going on in the world, it's also great to be able to bring the world together, especially in the U.S. for this event. And, we're going to see who wins the gold. It could be you. It could be you. It could be you. It could be you.
It could be. I feel it. I feel it
right?
in my veins. I had that year off. I think I got some new songs that, I dish out every now and then. So, yeah.
What is your final advice to give to someone who is contemplating trying out for the first time?
Don't knock it till you try it.
Right? Ooh, all right.
Don't knock it till you try it.
I think that's your motto. You have a T-shirt with that, don't you?
I don't know. I have a lot of T-shirts.
If not, you should get one.
I should get one. Don't knock it till you try it.
Well, guys, thanks for tuning in to Road to the Gold. We're really excited to have you guys back. And you know what? Try out. Right now, you have about, I don't even know how many days. It's May 31st is the end of the video finals. From there, the video finalists all go into a video finals. We have to have it earlier than the rest of the finals for the states. So if you're like, oh, I'm going to be trying out my state, I'll wait until after. Guess what? You can't. But you can increase your chances by being in video and also being in your local tryouts. Also, it's not too late to get your venues involved to have tryouts at their venues too. We just need to have that all wrapped up by June 30th. And then with your venue finals and everything. So if you have a favorite venue that you go to, please tell them about KWCUSA and have them go to KWCUSA.org, or you can even go on there and nominate them. Another thing is for singers, I always say try out at multiple places if you have multiple places in your state to try out, because just because you think you're going to win at one place, that does not mean you're going to win. You don't know who's going to show up on a particular day. And also, you don't know if you're even going to be healthy that day of their finals. So you want to try out at multiple places. And if you don't make it the first time, that is fine. Figure out why. Get your notes, get your scores, get the membership, get the mentors, because we can help you get to that next level. And once you get that, it really is the thing that's going to be that game changer for you and really help you. Even if you're working on a song that's not for the competition, let's say your aunt's getting married and you have to sing At Last, you know what? Hit us up. We got you. We all do it through our rubrics and our scoring with our one-on-ones with the mentor, and they'll give you those tips on what to do better. But thank you guys so much. Go to kwcusa.org. Please check out Singa. Please check out Carafun. We also have our great sponsors in Dubby, also Dubby.gg, which is a great energy drink that's jitterless and natural. We also have our friends at Koala Mist over here. And also coming this week, please tune in to my unboxing and trying out of High Song, which we talked about last week on the last podcast. Our podcasts are up, so you can go back and watch those. Also, we do have one podcast that I just did recently comparing the iCario to the JBL Party Box. It is one you shouldn't miss, and also you can order one iCario right from there from our affiliate link. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah, watch it. You'll find out who came up ahead. So thank you so much, Tay, for coming out. And thank you to the Space, too, for recording this
thank you.
and doing our podcasting. It is amazing. It's a great space.
Great
and definitely worth the money for this, especially taking that pressure off me.
Right.
So, guys, I'll see you all next week because we're going to come back next week with another round. It's happening every single Sunday over at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'll see you guys later, and keep on singing, everybody.